Hi, shalom everyone, just a short video this Shabbat here on Shabbat Vayera this week here in Sefer Bereshit. It's going to be the third Yartzeit since the former Chief Rabbi of England, Rabbi Lord Jonnathan Sachs, had passed away. He was actually installed as a Chief Rabbi of England and all the Commonwealth countries back in September 1991. So we're talking about 32 years ago, and was a Chief Rabbi for around 22 years, till the end of August in the year 2013. He one of the most famous things that stick out in memory was when I believe at the time, while he was learning in university, he spent a summer in America and met the Lubavitcher Rebbe. And the Lubavitcher Rebbe actually said that good leaders bring a lot of great followers. However, great leaders inspire a lot of great leaders also. That's how they do it. So, good leaders bring out good followers. Great leaders bring about a lot more great leaders to it, and that's very much what he actually did in his life. So many great Rabbonim actually came from his leadership, from his incredible leadership. And what's interesting, I think one of the last interviews he did before he had passed away, I think during the middle of COVID, was he talked about how technology is incredible, especially modern technology with regards to WhatsApp, how you can make connections with people all over the world. But he also did stress at the end that there's nothing like the face-to-face communication someone has with someone else. When you're doing something face-to-face, then it's got power to it. He gave an example illustrated from using Zoom. When it comes to using Zoom, he said you can't necessarily specifically listen to the shofar being blown and actually gain the mitzvah of this, as opposed to when you're actually in a minyan itself and hearing it. However, he talks about social media, that when it comes to social media, it doesn't necessarily have the same effect, but the wide-reaching influence has got, the greatest amount. So he very much used that, especially in the last few years. All throughout COVID, you could see that there was he did so many interviews online. He wrote so many different books over all these years, and he actually says in another one of his final interviews I listened to, that one of his greatest achievements, which he was most proud of, was compiling the Machzorim for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, because on those days specifically, it's a time period where many people don't necessarily go to the synagogue, but it's a key time to come there. So it's actually critical at that point in time. People actually know what they're saying. There's meaning to it. There's understanding to the different prayers. Many people don't necessarily understand all the Hebrew that they are potentially reading. So it's important, the commentaries, to make the day more meaningful, to actually feel it, to absorb it, and to make the potential teshuvah. That's what my intake will be, why maybe he would have said that was one of his best achievements. But yeah, it's his third Yartzeit this Shabbat here in Shabbat Vayera. It's like candles in his memory. There's thousands of lectures he did across so many different books that is available. I very much recommend everyone to read, and let's just hope at the moment we're in a turbulent time here in Israel. He is actually someone that was very, very loud inside the media, saying how anti-Zionism and anti-Semitism correlates so much. And we see that in modern day, obviously, over the last month, with all the terrible atrocities that have actually taken place. And let's hope there's just brachot in Israel, and a Shabbat Shalom to everybody, and have a great Shabbat.